My name's Imam Saygili. I'm the founding Solutions Consultant at Flagright. Flagright is an AI native compliance tool. We work generally with the compliance team to provide solutions which enable the team to detect fraud, money laundering, as well as perform the KYC, KYB onboarding checks and the customer risk scoring. So it's kind of an all-in-one platform. Baran, who's our co-founder, was working at TransferGo at the time. He was tasked with bringing in a solution that could do real-time AML and fraud checks, and he quite quickly realized that in the market there's a lot of promises made. Often when you get into the details, real-time doesn't mean real-time for a lot of organizations. A couple of false starts. He then tried to build something in-house. He also realized that that was a non-starter. It's just such a complicated tool to build and to maintain and to make those iterative changes. So he reached out to our other co-founder, Madhu. They'd previously worked together, and Madhu's a rock star when it comes to building products. So he was able to quite quickly work with him to kind of bring something to market. But the gap was really around being able to do something real time, but also something that could adapt quickly and easily enough. We take care of everything after the ID verification process, and what that really means is the team can focus on delivering value to the business. So the ability to make changes to their compliance model, the ability to apply a risk-based approach to their customers, really what it means to have a platform versus just being able to find a point solution that fixes one of the challenges that you have. But of course, being SaaS hosted, being cloud native, it means that we take care of the expensive and often complicated stuff that compliance teams just don't natively want to be dealing with, because we're talking about software here. That's something that someone has to do somewhere, and if they use us, it makes life a lot easier for them. I speak to lots of people about AI, and lots of our customers want to use AI, of course, and AI is very much out there, and everyone's interested in it. But I think the important thing to remember is the importance of what we do, and when we use AI, we need to make sure that we're not doing a disservice to the end user. If someone's trying to access their banking services to purchase food, or they're trying to make a life-changing payment, such as purchasing a property, then you can't debank someone just because an AI bot told you to do so. So we have to take a really measured approach to how we apply AI. And for us, that really comes into two different models. Firstly, there's what AI can do holistically for all customers. Things like writing case narratives, things like suggesting certain rules that might perform well for them based on their customer base, based on the type of organization that they are. But then the second piece is around building dedicated models which can then detect fraudulent patterns and money laundering signals. And those really come back to being able to build something bespoke for the customer. It's really important that we keep the analyst at the center of what's happening with our customers. But what we can do by using AI is reduce the time it takes an analyst to actually service an alert. They don't want to be doing all the boring stuff, moving between 3 or 4 screens. The AI can capture all that information, summarize it nicely, and give the analysts what they need to make a decision in 30 seconds rather than 5 minutes. I've got a real pet peeve when organizations try to apply a blanket approach across their entire customer base. No two customers are the same, but a customer who's been with you for 3 years, has been loyal, has never had any kind of SAR filing and never had any risk signals or fraudulent activity shouldn't be treated the same as someone who's been with you for 3 weeks. When we talk to compliance analysts and compliance people, they often talk about false positive rates, but the reason they're getting those false positives is actually because they're just applying a blanket approach to all customers all of the time, all at once. And actually every organization would claim to be, but when you actually look into it, really what they're doing is applying a blanket approach across all of their customer base. So what I would do is get rid of the ability to actually apply a rule across your entire customer base and think about who that rule is most relevant to, and think about whether or not a certain threshold needs to be increased or decreased by, say, 5% for a customer that might be considered low risk versus medium risk, or 20% for a customer that might be low risk versus high risk. That can come down to lots of different things. If someone's being reduced for a certain amount of time, if they're accessing banking services that are low risk, they should be treated as so, and not we shouldn't be applying blanket rules for everyone across the organisation and all of the customers, because certain customers are high risk. It should be based on the customer's use case and actual risk profile. I'm biased, but I would say that we're years ahead. So 12 months for us is quite a short time frame, but really what we're looking at doing now is growing our brand and growing our presence in the market. So for us, it's really about meeting people and just evangelizing what we do and the approach that we take versus some more of the, should we call them, legacy vendors in the market. So yeah, in the next 12 months, hopefully more and more people hear about us and we can have more and more interesting conversations.